Welcome everyone again to another Change Collective. You've got myself, Matt from Lavo, and my good friend Frischka from Fresh by Frischka. Today I want to get Frischka to tell us a little bit about what it is that the people managers, what are the key tenets of the role that they need to do, typically in circumstances where they don't really know what they're doing and they sort of fly blindly. So Frischka, I know you're a great advocate in this regard.
Mm.
Some tips?
Thanks, Matt. I wanted to highlight this today because lots of people talk about the role of a sponsor. It's sponsor, sponsor, sponsor. But the biggest impact that has on an employee is really their people manager. And people managers have, it's like a double whammy because not only are they usually expected to support the change nearly immediately, but they also have to lead their teams through change. And they usually have five roles. And the first one is the communicator, right? They can't just sit silent. They have to talk about the change, sit down one-on-one with their people and gather their feedback on how they're managing with it. Number two is liaison. You can't hide behind a spreadsheet. You can't close the door to your office. As a manager, you're expected to be very much visible front and center when it comes to inspiring people to embrace change. Number three is the advocate, right? They cannot be heard or seen poo-pooing the change, right? Because that will just undermine any credibility and any positive feelings that had been drummed up about the change. The fourth one is resistance manager. Believe it or not, the change manager is not the one that's the resistant manager. Like, we develop the strategies, the tactics, we can suggest things to do, but at the end of the day, it's the people leaders that have to actively manage resistance. And lastly is the coach. So managers should coach their people to more readily accept and embrace the change, however that looks like for them. So those are the top five roles: communicator, liaison, advocate, resistance manager, and coach. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, no, very important delineation that you're talking about there. Yes, it's important to have executive sponsors. Yes, it's important to have messages from your CEO. But fundamentally, at the end of the day, the people who are being impacted by the change will look to the person who is guiding them on a daily basis. So
Mm.
they're the ones that need to have the skills built up. And I love the five roles that you called out. That's perfect. So that's brilliant, as always. So thanks once again. Stay tuned as we'll bring you another Change Collective.